we have the first question. Find the CSA, that is the curved surface area of a cone if its slant height is 60 centimeter and the radius of the base is 21 centimeter. So, again go through the question. They have given the slant height that is equal to 60 centimeter and also they have given the radius of the cone that is equal to 21 centimeter, and we are asked to find out the CSA or the curved surface area of the cone. So, first let us write the given quantity. Slant height is equal to 60 centimeter and the radius r is equal to 21 centimeter, and we are asked to find out the curved surface area. We already know the formula to calculate the curved surface area. Before we go for the formula, we should check one thing. It is very important for us to check whether all the given dimensions are in the same unit. Are they in the centimeter, are they in the millimeters, or are they in the meters? If they are not in the same units, then first we have to convert them into a common unit, so that it will not be much difficult later on to solve the problem. But here we have the quantity in the same unit, so we need not make them uniform. They are already in the centimeter. So, now proceeding further, let us write down the curved surface area formula. The formula for curved surface area of a cone is pi r L. So, already we have discussed the formula for calculating the curved surface area of a cone is given by pi r L. Let us write it down. Curved surface area of a cone is equal to pi r L, where r is the radius and L is the slant height. So, now here is the formula, and now just substitute the values given in the problem. So, pi, we know the value, it is 22/7, and what is the value of r? It is 21 centimeter. So, write it down here, 21 centimeter into L. L is nothing but the slant height. What is the value of the slant height? Yes, it is 60 centimeter. 60 centimeter. So, now 7 ones are 7 threes are, and now we have 22 into 3, that gives you 66 into 60. Now, just multiply this. 6 6 are 36, 3 carries here, 6 6 are 36 plus 3 which is carried, that gives you 39, and this 0 here. And will your answer end here? No. If you write only this much, you are sure to lose half a mark or maybe 1 mark in your exam. When you are asked to calculate something, it should be, the numbers should be followed by the proper unit. Here we have multiplied 21 centimeter with 60 centimeter. So, centimeter into centimeter should give you square centimeter or centimeter square or centimeter square. The numerical followed by proper unit, only when you write, the answer is complete, and that will fetch you the full mark. And if it is required, you can write it in sentence in the end. So, in the last you can write that the curved surface area of the cone is 3960 centimeter square. So, now let us try to recapitulate again for those who have not understood this. We are asked to find out CSA, where the L, that is the slant height of a cone, is given and the radius of the base of the cone is given. So, already we know the formula to calculate the CSA of the cone, that is given by pi r L. So, we have written the formula for calculating the CSA of the cone. And now just substituting the value of r and L, we have got the value 3960, that is 3960 centimeters square. So, this is the curved surface area of a given cone with slant height 60 centimeter and the radius 21 centimeter. Now let us go for the second problem. Now let us read the problem. The radius of a cone is 7 centimeter and the area of curved surface is 176 centimeter. Find its slant height. So we are given the radius of the cone. The radius of the cone in the sense it is the radius of the base of the cone and it is equal to 7 centimeter. Let us write down. Radius is equal to 7 centimeter and area of curved surface, it is nothing but the curved surface area of a cone is given, that is equal to 176 centimeter square. So curved surface area is equal to 176 centimeter square and we are asked to find out the slant height. Small L, that is slant height, to be found out. So how to go about? So already we have got the formula to calculate the curved surface area, which is equal to pi RL. So where we have already been given the curved surface area and the value of R. So we have to calculate the slant height, which is not known. So by just substituting the values of R and the CSA in the formula, we can calculate the slant height. Let us try it now. The formula for CSA is pi RL, where R is the radius and L is the slant height. And now we have to calculate slant height. So keep it here and bring all the quantities towards the other side. So we have a formula now for slant height, where it is equal to CSA divided by, when you bring this side, it will be in the denominator. So it comes into denominator. So divided by pi into R. So this is the formula to calculate the slant height. So now just substitute the value of R and CSA to find out the value of the L, that is the slant height. So L is equal to CSA. What is the value of CSA? It is given 176 centimeter square divided by pi. What is the value of pi? It is 22 by 7 into radius. What is the value of radius? It is given R is equal to 7 centimeter. So write it down here, 7 centimeter. So now this 7 and this 7 get cancelled. Now 2 ones are 2 ones are. So 2 11s are 22 and here 2 0, 2 8s are 16 and 16 remains. So 2 8s are 16. So 2 88s are 176. Now 11 ones are 11 8s are. So L is equal to 8 centimeter. Dear students, we are asked to find out the slant height, where the curved surface area of a cone is given, that is equal to 176 centimeter square, and the radius of the base of the cone is given, which is equal to 7 centimeter. So just we have substituted the value of R, that is radius, and the curved surface area of the cone in a given formula, and we have got the answer, that is the slant height is equal to 8 centimeter. So the answer to this problem is the slant height of the given cone with curved surface area 176 centimeter square and the radius of the base 7 centimeter is equal to 8 centimeter. So this is the answer.
ಮಕ್ಕಳು SSLCಗೆ ಬಂದರು, PUCಗೆ ಬಂದರು ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಾ? ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ದಶದೀವಿಗೆ ತಂಡದವರು SSLC ಓದುವಂತಹ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಅವರು 9th ಪಾಸ್ ಆದ ಕೂಡಲೇ SSLC ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗುವ ಮುಂಚಿನ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ 45 ದಿನಗಳ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಶ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಿನಗಳ ಈ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಶ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಅವರು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರ ಅಡ್ವಾಂಟೇಜ್ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನುರಿತ ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕರು.
ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿರುವಾಗಲೇ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಆ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಿದ್ಧಗೊಳಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಇದು. ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಪ್ರೌಢಶಾಲೆಗಳ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಉತ್ತಮ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರ ಒಂದು ಪಾಠ ಕೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ಅಂತಹ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗಂತೂ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಇದು ವರವಾಗಿ ಪರಿಣಮಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದಲೇ ನಾನು ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಚಿಪ್ಸ್ನವರು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಈ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ವಾಗತಾರ್ಹ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ನಂಬುತ್ತೇನೆ.
ದಶದೀವಿಗೆ ತಂಡದವರು ನಡೆಸುವಂಥ ಈ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಶ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಸೇರಿಸಿ SSLCಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನು ನೀವೇ ನೋಡಿ.
Now let us go to the third question. The area of the curved surface of a cone is 60 pi centimeter square. If the slant height of the cone is 8 centimeter, find the radius of the base. So first write down the given quantities. It's given that the curved surface area of a cone is equal to 60 pi centimeter square. This is the curved surface area of the cone, and then the slant height of a cone is 8 centimeter. Slant height, that is L, is equal to 8 centimeter, and we are asked to find out the radius of the base of the cone. So how to go about? So first draw the diagram for this. This is the diagram for the cone, where this is the base and this is the curved surface, and this is the radius of the base, and this is the height of the cone, and this is the slant height. So we are given the curved surface area, that is equal to 60 pi centimeter square, and the slant height is equal to 8 centimeter, and we are asked to find out the radius of the cone. So we already know the formula to calculate the curved surface area. What it is? Yes, it is pi r L. Write it down. The formula to calculate the curved surface area is equal to pi r L, where r is the radius and L is the slant height. Now just substitute the values in the formula. The curved surface area, we already know it is 60 pi. So write it down here. It is equal to pi into radius. We don't know, we are asked to find out radius. So keep it as it is, into r into L. L is the slant height, and it is given that is equal to 8 centimeter. So write it down. L is equal to 8 centimeter. Now this pi and this pi get cancelled. Now bring this r, keep this r on one side and bring the other entities on the other side. And so we have 60 here, and the pi is cancelled already, and bring this 8 which is in the numerator, and when you bring this to this side, it will come in the denominator. So it will be 8 here. So now 2 4s are 2, 3s are and 0. 4 1s are 4, 7s are 0.2 is remained, so that gives you 7.5. So the radius of the given cone is 7.5 centimeter. Without the unit, your answer is incomplete. So don't forget to mention the units. So the answer for this question is the radius of the base with given the CSA is equal to 60 pi centimeter square and the slant height is equal to 8 centimeter, then the radius of the base should be equal to 7.5 centimeter. This is the answer for this problem. Now, let us read the problem. The curved surface area of a cone is 308 centimeters square and its slant height is equal to 14 centimeter. Then, find the radius of the base and TSA. So, now we are given a cone with the curved surface area that is equal to 308 centimeters square. And they have also given the slant height of this cone that is equal to 14 centimeter, and we are asked to find out the radius of the base of the cone. And also the question doesn't end here. They have also asked us to find out the total surface area. So first, write down the given quantities. CSA of the cone is given that is equal to 308 centimeters square and the slant height that is L is equal to 14 centimeter, and we have been asked to find out the radius of the base, also the TSA. Now first check out whether all the given quantities are in the same unit. Yes, they are all in the same unit. This is in centimeter, this is in centimeter square. It is in the same unit. Now, proceeding further, we are given the curved surface area and also L, and we have to find out R. And before finding out TSA, we cannot find out R. To find out TSA, we have to calculate the radius of the base, because in your problem, we cannot calculate total surface area of this cone without calculating the radius of the base, because in the formula to calculate the TSA, we have to substitute the value of R. So, to calculate the value of total surface area, we have to calculate the value of the radius. So, first let us try to find out the value of radius. Then how to go about? We are given the value of the curved surface area that is equal to 308, and we are also given the slant height that is equal to 14 centimeter. So, if you substitute all these values, the curved surface area and the slant height, in the formula of the curved surface area of the cone is equal to pi RL, we can find out the value of R. So, let us try to find out the value of R now. Let us first write down the formula for CSA of cone. CSA of cone is equal to pi RL. Now, CSA, it is already given, it is equal to 308 centimeters square is equal to pi. What is the value of pi? It is 22/7. And radius is to be found out, it is not given. So, keep it as it is. And now, small l, that is the slant height, it is given and it is equal to 14 centimeter. Now, 7 1s are 7, 2s are 14. So, R is equal to, bring these entities this side. So we get r is equal to 308. When you bring these entities on the other side, all these entities which are there in the numerator will come down to the denominator. So we will have 22 into 2. So when we brought these entities from this side to this side, these entities which were there in the numerator have come to the denominator. I think you understood this step. Now, 2 ones are 2. So now 1 is carried, so it becomes 10. So 2 5s are 10 and 2 4s are 8. Now we are left with r is equal to 154 divided by 22. Again divided by 2. 2 ones are 2 ones are. So 2 11s are 22. Again here 2 7s are 14. 1 is carried and 2 7s are. Now 11 ones are 11 and 11 7s are 77. Here we had got 308 divided by 22 into 2, and we have cancelled this 2 and we have cancelled this 308 and we have got 154. 2 ones are 2, 154s are 308. Now in the next step we have divided this 22 by 2, we got 11, and here we have divided this by 2 and we got 77. So we had got 77 by 11, and then when we divided this 11 by 11 we got 1 here, and we divided this 77 by 11 we got 7. So this is the radius of the cone, that is equal to 7 centimeter. Again I am stressing here, don't miss to write the unit of the quantity. So the radius of the given cone is equal to 7 centimeter. So this was the first question that we had asked. So there is one more sub question here. They have also asked us to find out the total surface area. So now, given that the radius of the cone is 7 centimeter, the slant height is equal to 14 centimeter, and the curved surface area, that is equal to 308 centimeter, we have to find out the total surface area. Now to calculate this, we have a formula. What it is? Yes, the total surface area of a cone is given by pi r times L plus r. So this is the formula to calculate the total surface area of the cone. Here total surface of the cone includes the curved surface of the cone as well as the base, which is circular. So the formula to calculate the total surface area of the cone is given by pi r times L plus r. Do we know the value of r? Yes, we have found out. Do we know the value of L? Yes, yes, it is given in the question. And do we know the value of pi? Yes, of course, it is a constant and it is equal to 22 by 7. So just substitute all the values in the given formula and you will get the total surface area of the given cone. Let us do it now. TSA is equal to pi r times L plus r, where pi is equal to 22 by 7 and the radius we have already found, it is equal to 7 centimeter. So write it down here, 7 into L. L, what is the value of L? It is 14 centimeter. So write it down, it is 14 plus the radius is again 7. Now 7 get cancelled. So we get 22 into 17 plus 7 is 21. So multiply this. Now 21 into 2, that gives you 42. 4 is carried. Again 21 into 2, that gives you 42, plus 4, that gives you 46. And this is in centimeter square. How centimeter square? We have multiplied the radius, it is centimeter here. Again this centimeter plus centimeter, it gives us centimeter. So when you multiply 7 centimeter into 21 centimeter, we get it in centimeter square. So the unit will be centimeter square. Always the area, whether it is the curved surface area or the total surface area, they are always in centimeter square or the meter square or millimeter square, and always the length is in centimeter or meter or millimeter. So now, because it is the total surface area, it should be in centimeter square, that is in square the units, and it is equal to 462 centimeter square. Let us recapitulate it again. The total surface area we are asked to find out where we know the radius of the cone and the slant height. So just we have substituted the value. Pi is equal to 22/7 into r is equal to 7 into L is equal to 14, it is already given in the question, and r is equal to 7. We have found it out. So when we substituted, we got this. So we cancelled 7 and 7. So we got 22 into 14 plus 7, that gives us 21. So when we multiplied 22 into 21, we got the value 462 centimeters square. So at the end you can write the TSC of the given cone is 462 centimeters square. So this completes your solution, and this fetches you the full marks.
ನಾನು ದಶದಿವಿಗೆ ಸಿಡಿ ನೋಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಪಾಠನ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವೋ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಸಿಡಿನಲ್ಲೂ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಅದನ್ನು 4 ಸಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 4 ಸಾರಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ವೇನೋ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ.
ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಪಾಠಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಬೋದು.
ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಸೋ ಮೆನಿ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಸಿಡಿ.
ಈ ಸಿಡಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳಿಗೆ SSLC ಭಯ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದ್ತಾಳೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ತೆಗಿತಾಳೆ, ಆ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ನನಗಿದೆ.
Now let us go to the next question. The question is, a clown's cap is in the form of a right circular cone of base radius that is equal to 7 centimeter, and the height of the cone is equal to 24 centimeter, and we are asked to find out the area of the sheet required to make 10 caps. Here they want to prepare 10 caps which are in the shape of a cone with dimensions of the cone where the base radius is 7 centimeter and the height of the cone is 24 centimeter. So they want to prepare the cone of base radius which is equal to 7 centimeter and the height of the cone should be equal to how much? 24 centimeter. So this is the given condition. They want to prepare cap in the shape of a cone where the height of the cap or the cone is equal to 24 centimeter and the radius of the base of the cone is equal to 7 centimeter. So it is given that the height of a cone is 24 centimeter and the radius of the cone, that is the cap which is in the shape of a cone, is 7 centimeter, and we are asked to find out the area of the sheet which is required to prepare 10 such caps. So for this we have to calculate the curved surface area of one cap. So we have to calculate the curved surface area of one cap, that is the area of sheet required to prepare one cap, and then if we multiply this with 10, we will get the area of sheet that is required to prepare 10 caps in the shape of the cone. So here we are asked to find out the total area of the sheet required to prepare 10 circular cones. For this we should calculate the curved surface area. Let us first write down the given quantities. So here we have a right angled triangle where it is 90 degree here at this point. And this side of the triangle is given, we know the value, it is the height which is equal to 24 centimeter, and this side of the triangle we know that is equal to 7 centimeter. So we already know how to calculate the length of a hypotenuse when the value of two sides of a right angled triangle is given. Yes, it can be calculated by a Pythagoras theorem. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, the length of the hypotenuse is equal to the square root of the sum of the squares of both the sides. I repeat it again, the length of the hypotenuse in a right angled triangle is equal to the square root of the sum of the square of both the sides. So let us write it down here. Now, according to Pythagoras theorem, we have the length of the hypotenuse. Let us name it for convenience. Let us name it A, B and C. So in this right angled triangle ABC, it is right angled at the B and AC is the hypotenuse, BC and AB are the two other sides. So now let us try to substitute the values in the Pythagoras theorem. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, the length of the hypotenuse, that is AC, is equal to the square root of the sum of two values. What is that? The sum of square of the length of two other sides. So the length of AB and the length of BC. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, we have the length of hypotenuse is equal to the square root of sum of square of the other two sides. So this is according to the Pythagoras theorem. So to calculate the length of AC, that is the slant height of the cone, let us substitute the value of AB and BC in this formula. So now AC is equal to under root AB square. What is AB? AB is equal to 24. So 24 square plus, what is BC? Yes, it is 7. So 7 square. So this gives you AC is equal to under root 24 square, that is 24 into 24 plus 7 square, we already know the value, 49. If you know the value of 24 square, which is equal to 576, you can directly substitute. Otherwise, you can write it in this way and you can multiply. And now, moving further, AC is equal to under root 24 into 4, that gives you 96. 6 and 9 is carried. 24 into 2, that gives you 48. 48 plus 9, that gives you 57. So for 24 into 24, which is 24 square. So 24 square is equal to 576. I repeat this step again. 24 into 4 is equal to 96. So 6 I have written here and 9 I have carried. Now 24 into 2 is 48. 48 plus 9 gives you 57. So the whole value of 24 square is 576 plus 49. So AC is equal to under root 9 plus 6 will give you 15, 5 carried 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 7 is 12, 2 carried 1. and 5 plus 1 is 6. So AC is equal to under root 625, which is equal to, here 625 can be written as 25 square. So 625 can be written as 25 square. Now this square and the root cancels, and we have the value of AC, which is equal to the slant height of this cone. AC is nothing but the slant height of the cone, which is equal to 25. And it is not just 25, it is 25 centimeter, because all the other values are in centimeter. So even this has to be in centimeter. So the length of the slant height is 25 centimeter. Now this length we have calculated so as to substitute this value in a formula of this, so that we have calculated the value of L, so that we can substitute the value of L here, so that we can calculate the curved surface area. So this curved surface area gives us the area of the sheet which is required to prepare one conical cap. So now let us find out the CSA, that is the curved surface area. Now curved surface area is equal to pi RL. That is equal to pi. We know the value, it is 22 by 7. And what is the radius? Radius R, it is given here, it is 7 centimeter, into L, slant height. It was not given in the question. We have found out by using Pythagoras theorem, and it is equal to 25 centimeter. So 25 here. Now this is equal to, now 7 get cancelled, and now 22 into 25. 25 twos are how much? It is 50. 25 twos are 50. 5 is carried. 25 twos are, again it is 50 plus 5 gives you 55. 55. So this is 550 is the value of CSA, but the answer does not end here. It is not just 550, it is 550 centimeter square, because here radius was in centimeter, the slant height was in centimeter. So centimeter into centimeter will give you centimeter square. So this is the curved surface area of the cone. That means that this is the area of the sheet which is required to prepare one conical cap. It is to prepare one conical cap. But the question here was, what is the area of sheet required to make 10 caps? The area of the sheet required to make one cap is equal to CSA, that is equal to 550 centimeter square. So to prepare 10 such conical caps, we require 10 times this area. So to calculate the sheet, the area of sheet, the area of sheet required to prepare 10 conical caps, prepare 10 caps is equal to 10 times this CSA. So to prepare one conical cap, we require one CSA, one curved surface area, that is 550 centimeter square of area, the sheet having the area 550 centimeter square. So to prepare 10 such cap, we require 10 times this area. So that gives you 10 into the value of CSA that we have already found out, it is 550. So 10 into 550. So 10 into 550 gives you 5,500 centimeter square. So dear students, this is the area of the sheet which is required to prepare 10 conical caps. Let us recall it again. In the question, it was a clone's cap is in the form of a right circular cone of base radius 7 centimeter and the height 24 centimeter. And we were asked to find out the area of the sheet required to make 10 caps. So we have written the given quantities r equal to 7 centimeter and h equal to 24 centimeter. To calculate the area of the sheet required, we have to calculate CSA. CSA is equal to pi RL. But here we don't know the value of L. We are given the value of H and the R. So we have to calculate the value of L so as to get the value of curved surface area. To do this, we have used Pythagoras theorem. So with the use of Pythagoras theorem, we have calculated the length of the hypotenuse, which is L. So AC is equal to this, AC is equal to under root of the sum of square of both the sides. So when we did this, we got the value of the slant height, which is equal to 25 centimeter. And then by substituting this L in this formula, CSA is equal to pi RL, we got the area of the sheet which is required to prepare one conical cap, which is equal to 550 centimeter square. But in the question, they have asked us to find out the area of the sheet required to prepare 10 conical flasks. So for this reason, we have multiplied this CSA into 10 times. So when we did this, we got the value 5,500 centimeter. So this is the area of the sheet which is required to prepare 10 conical caps.
CD ತರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ, ಪಾಠ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ, ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಂತಾಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನನಗೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಕ್ಯಾಸೆಟ್ ತರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಗಣಿತ ಮತ್ತು ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ತುಂಬ ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿದೆ.
ಈ ಸಿಡಿಯಿಂದ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ.
ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಬೇರೆ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಪ್ಯಾಟ್ರನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಭಯ ಇತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ.
ನಾನು ದಶದಿವಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಸೆಟ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಸೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಲೆಸನ್ಸ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಲೆಸನ್ಸ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗಿದೆ.
ಆದರೆ ಈಗಂತೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಬರೆಯೋದು, ಮತ್ತು ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಈ CD ನೋಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳಿಗೆ SSLC ಭಯ ಹೋಗಿದೆ. ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದ್ತಾಳೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ತೆಗಿತಾಳೆ, ಆ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ನನಗಿದೆ.
Now let us go to the next question. The question is, find the ratio of surface area of two cones if their diameter of the base are equal and the slant height are in the ratio of 4:1. Let me read it again. Find the ratio of surface area of two cones if their diameter of the base are equal and the slant height are in the ratio of 4:1. First understand the question. In the question, there are two cones. And the diameter of both the cones are equal and the slant height of both the cones are in the ratio of 4:3, and we are asked to find the ratio between their surface area. For this, it's better we write the diagram. So there are two cones. There are two cones with same diameter of the base. So this diameter and this diameter are equal, and the slant height of both of them are in the ratio of 3:1. Let us name this cone as C1 and let us name this cone as C2 for convenience. And let us name this slant height as L1 and this slant height as L2. So, as per the question, there are two cones whose diameter are equal. When diameter of both the cones are equal, then invariably even the radius of both the cone are equal. Okay? The radius of this is equal to the radius of this. So, radius is r here and it is also r, same here. The value is same here. Coming to slant height, the slant height of this and this are in the ratio of 4:3. So let us write it down. So dimensions of cone. For cone 1, radius is r and radius is r for cone 2. Now slant height L. For cone 1, it is L1 and for this it is L2. According to the given question, L1 by L2 is equal to 4/3. It is said that slant height are in the ratio 4:1. That means that L1 by L2, L1 divided by L2 is equal to 4 divided by 3. So we can write that L1 by L2 is equal to 4/3. Simplifying further, we can write it as, we can send this side and we can send 3 this side. So we get 3L1 is equal to 4L2, or you can keep it as it is. L1 by L2 is equal to 4/3, or you can also simplify this further. Based on our requirement, we can use either this or this. So now let us go into the problem now. We are asked to find out the ratio of surface area of two cones. So we are asked to find out surface area of both the cones. Let us see. Let us assume that surface area of cone 1 is C1 and surface area of cone 2 is C2. Fine. Now, we know to calculate the surface area, the formula we have, the curved surface area of a cone is given by pi r L. Pi r L. L is what here in cone 1, it is L1. Write it L1 here. Divided by, for cone 2, the surface area of cone 2 is equal to pi r L. Pi into r, that is the radius, into slant height. What is slant height? It is L2. So write it down here. Now in the next step, C1 by C2 is equal to, now pi and pi is cancelled. Now r, radius in cone 1 is same and it is similar to the radius of cone 2. Both are equal, so we can cancel even the radius. Now we are left out with L1 by L2. So just see here, L1 by L2, as per the question, it is equal to 4/3. So L1 by L2, we can write it as 4/3. So this is the answer. So the surface area of the cone with the same diameter and slant height in the ratio 4:3 have the surface area which is in the ratio of 4:3. So dear students, in the question we were asked to find out the ratio between the surface area of two cones with diameter both being the same and the slant height being in the ratio 4:3. For this we have written this ratio L1 by L2 is equal to 4/3 and we have substituted in this. So we have taken the ratio between C1 by C2 which we were asked to find out. So we have substituted the value of C1 here, that is pi RL, and C2 here which is equal to pi RL2. Here pi got cancelled and RR got cancelled as diameter of both the cones are equal, hence the radius of the both cones are equal. Now L1 by L2 we already know the value, it is 4/3. So just substitute here, you will get 4/3. C1 by C2, that is the ratio between the surface area of both the cone is equal to 4/3, which is the answer for the problem.